Benefits to small traders and entrepreneurs. Constitutional provisions. Uh, Articles 265 talks no tax shall be levied or collected except by authority of law. That is, there must be some legislative section for that. So, on basis of which tax can be levied, otherwise it can't be levied. Now, Article 245 gives powers to Parliament and state legislature. Subject to provisions of this constitution, Parliament may make laws for whole or any part of territory of India, and legislature of state may make laws for state. No law by Parliament shall be deemed to be invalid on ground that it would have extraterritorial operation. Now, Article 246. It gives respective authority to union and state for levying tax. After GST came, there had to be made some changes in constitution. So changes by constitutional amendments are as follows. Article 246A was inserted by this amendment. Legislature of every state has power to make laws for that state, union territory with respect to GST imposed by such union or state. This is giving power regarding GST levy of GST. Parliament has exclusive power to make laws with respect to GST where supply of goods or services or both takes place in course of interstate trade or commerce. Article 269A. This is also newly inserted. GST on interstate supplies shall be levied and collected by Government of India, and such tax shall be apportioned between union and states. So this article is talking about the levy of tax by a center and its distribution to state. Amount apportioned to state shall not form part of Consolidated Fund of India. Where amount collected under clause 1 has as tax has been used for payment of tax levied by state shall not form part of Consolidated Fund of India. That is, when we use it for ITC. When we use IGST, which was levied here for ITC credit, then that fund will not form part of CFI. Where amount collected as tax levied by state under section 246A has been used for payment of tax levied under clause 1 shall not form part of CFI. Now, Article 279A is also new, which actually gives power to GST Council. Actually, everything about GST Council in this has been brought by this article only. President constituted GST Council on 15 November 2016. So, the members of GST Council are Union Finance Minister, who will be chairperson. Vice chairman will be chosen among by the council members only. Union Minister of State in charge of Revenue and Finance is member. Minister in charge of Finance or any other ministry nominated by state government. And half members constitute the quorum for meeting. Every decision of GST Council shall be taken at a meeting by majority of not less than 3/4 of the weightage votes of members. Now, talking of weightage, what is weightage? CG's votes have 1/3 weightage and all state governments together have 2/3 of weightage. So friends, this completes our introduction to GST chapter. Next video I will come up with supply under GST. Thank you.